Welcome to Farmsave Buying Groups, Farmsave's latest innovation in the fight to save farmers money on their chemical input costs. Buying Groups provides complete communication between members so that any member of the group sees exactly when other members are inquiring on chemicals, and it gives them the opportunity to add their volume at the same time, therefore increasing the overall volume of the inquiry and allowing Farmsave to broker far better pricing. Here's how it works. From the main page of the website, which can be found at www.farmsave.com.au, you'll find in the top right hand corner you have a login button. Give that a push and you're taken to this page where you enter your username and password. Your username will always be your email address. Password as a default is the buying group that you're a member of, with the first letter capitalized. I'm just going to use an example here. My example is going to use Corrigin as the buying group. So capital CORRIGIN, enter those details, hit login. You'll be taken to your buying group page, where in the centre of the page you'll see any currently active inquiries from the rest of the group. Now you'll see here we've got 2,000 litres of glyphosate and 4,000 litres of trifluralin that other members of the group have inquired on. If you're interested in the same chemical, you can just simply add volume to these. Now with the glyphosate, I'll stick in 1,000 litres just there. Hit add volume, and my inquiry is now added. So instead of 2,000, we have 3,000 overall for the group. But also down in the right hand side under current inquiries, it's showing my individual inquiry there at 1,000 litres, so I can stay in tune with what I've done and keep track of it all. Trifluralin, I'm going to add a couple of thousand litres to that inquiry also. Now the reason there's a countdown is because as you put a new inquiry in, you can leave that open to the group for a selected period of time. Now to create an inquiry that isn't already in the list, head over to the left hand side and you've got submit new inquiry over here. Click on that and you'll see the drop down there with 6 products and volumes that you can enter. Now for this example, I'm going to inquire on some atrazine, put 900 kilos of that, and some simazine as well. And I want to inquire on 450 kilos of that. Now down the bottom of the products, you've got a little tick box. If you untick that box, it stays as a private inquiry, so it's not open to the group. But for most users, you'll keep that ticked and then select the number of days you'd like to leave it open to the group. Now, the longer you leave it open, obviously the more members of the group can find the inquiry and add their volume to it, and therefore the larger the inquiry is and the better the pricing. But if you're in something of a hurry, well, you can pick between the 1, 2 and 3 days. In this particular inquiry here, I'm going to open this up for 3 days. So I click that, then hit submit inquiry. As soon as I do that, firstly it will email every other member of the group and let them know that someone in their group has inquired on 900 kilos of atrazine and 450 kilos of simazine. It'll let them know that the inquiry is open for 3 days and they've got that long to come into the website, log in their page and enter their volume if they'd like some. It enters it in the middle section here so that this live list of what's current with the group is now updated, and over on the right hand side with the current inquiries for my own particular page, it shows me here that I'm after 900 kilos of atrazine just there and 450 kilos of simazine, so I can keep track of what I've done. Above the current inquiries, you've got history. History is where any of your invoices for previous transactions will be. If you want to, you can click on the little icon just under invoice there, and that will actually bring up a copy of that particular invoice. Now the purpose of this is obviously to aid you with your accounting. That invoice is there, you can print that off at any time or just refer back to it whenever you need to. Now back on the buying group page, on the left hand side underneath the submit new inquiry button, we have a change password button. As I said before, your default password will be the name of the buying group that you're in with the first letter capitalized, but if you'd like to change that for security at any stage, just enter whatever password you like it to be twice in the 2 boxes here, hit update password, and you've got whatever you like there. Below change password, we've got submit feedback. Now we've been working fairly hard on the buying group setup to try and make things as user-friendly and as beneficial as possible for our customers, but if there is anything that you think we've missed or anything that you think we could add, then please type anything in the way of comments in this box, hit submit, we'll receive that in email form. That's basically it for the buying group page. Now once these countdowns are expired, those particular products will disappear, and that inquiry will then be amalgamated into one and sent off in the normal way that we do things via SMS to all of our suppliers. Any suppliers interested in that business will then quote back, and then we'll be back in touch with you relaying the cheapest price we've managed to achieve. It's only at that point, once we come back to you with the price, if you want to go ahead, that you're in any way committed. So these inquiries are simply inquiries until such time as you decide to buy. There's no commitment at this point in time. Use it as a shopping service and use it to combine the power that you all have individually, combine that together, and we end up with multi-million dollars worth of buying power, and that will save you significant amounts of money. Of course, if you've got any questions, we can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on our free call number, which is 1800 766 634. Please feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. And that's about it for buying groups. Hopefully you find it very useful, and you should save significant amounts of money with it.